I always liked night drives. There was just something so soothing about a wide, open road and softly playing music, with me in the engine rumble. But now, I can't bring myself to drive in the dark, not after what happened on Highway 66. It was a typical Friday night, catching up with some buddies from out of town, and now leaving later than I should. My GPS had me cutting through this rural stretch of Highway 66 to save time. The road was absolutely empty, just me, the stars, and miles of nothing. It was quiet at first, the type of quiet that lulls you into a false sense of security. Then, around 1 a.m., I saw it. In my rearview mirror, headlights materialized out of nowhere. I hadn't heard an engine, nor had I seen them approach. They were just suddenly there. The car was old, something from the 1950s, with round headlights that cast an eerie yellow glow. I didn't really think anything of it at first, assuming perhaps it was a local or another late-night driver. Then it started tailgating me incredibly close, so that I could hardly see the front of the car in my mirror. I sped up some to give myself some space, but it stayed right behind me. No matter how fast I went, it kept the same perfect speed. That's when I noticed something weird. The headlights weren't casting shadows. My car should have been blocking some of the light, but it wasn't. It was like the light wasn't real. I told myself I was just tired, maybe imagining things. I kept driving, hoping the car would pass me or turn off, but it didn't. I soon hit the long stretch of a straightaway, let it by, put the pedal to stop, pulled to the right as far as it could safely go, but it never passed, or more precisely. Instead, it merely stopped behind me, quietly, and by quietly, I mean quiet. There was no revved motor, no sounds from gravel under tires, period. I rolled my window down a crack and waved them by, but they didn't budge. Angry, I stepped out of my car to yell at whoever it was in the other car. Big mistake. The windows on the other car were tinted black, like someone had painted them. No driver, no passenger, nothing. Just that sickly yellow glow from the headlight. The car's engine suddenly roared to life from out of nowhere and surged for me. I had barely enough time to dive back into my car as it passed, tires screeching, but not peeling out on the road. I slammed my door shut, heart racing, and floored it. The other car had disappeared into the night, but something told me it wasn't gone. Sure enough, a few miles further down the road, I saw the headlights again. This time they were coming straight at me. I swerved off the road in time to avoid a collision, but instead of crashing, the car vanished. 1 second it was there, and the next it was gone, like it had just dissolved into the air. I didn't stick around to find out. Throttling my car as it would go, the screaming engine was flying down the highway. Those headlights would show up, no matter how far I traveled behind. Finally, I saw an exit and took it, skidding onto the off-ramp. No sooner had I left the highway behind than the lights vanished, just like that. I pulled into a gas station, shaking, and told the clerk what happened. He wasn't surprised. "You were on the ghost stretch," he said matter-of-factly. "They say back in the 50s, a trucker ran a family off the road on that highway, killed everyone. Now their car chases people who drive alone at night." I laughed nervously, but his face stayed serious. "Don't go back there," he said. "Once they see you, they don't forget." I didn't hang around and argue. I took a motel and triple-locked the door. Since that day, I've avoided Highway 66, but late at night, sometimes when I'm driving, I see headlights in my mirror, a little too close for comfort, and every time I wonder, did they follow me? And that's my story of the ghost driver on Highway 66. Have you ever had a creepy experience on the road? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next terrifying tale. Until next time, drive safe, and maybe stick to the daylight.